Have you ever wanted someone to think about you nonstop? To have your name live in their mind, your energy lingering in their thoughts? Your presence felt even when you're not around? What if I told you that that's not fantasy, it's energy, and you can manifest it? You can make someone so drawn to your vibration that they start feeling your absence in every silence. They start wondering why you're suddenly so unforgettable. They start feeling that magnetic pull toward you. This isn't about control. It's not about chasing, begging, or trying to force love. It's about stepping into your power, the kind of energy that makes someone crave your presence without you having to lift a finger. Because when your energy speaks louder than your words, that's when obsession begins. In the next few minutes, I'm going to walk you through something powerful, a process that allows you to manifest someone to be completely obsessed with you. But first, I want you to take a deep breath, right now in through your nose, and slowly out through your mouth. Good. Because at this moment, you're already beginning to shift your vibration. You're entering alignment with the version of yourself who is desired, admired, and chosen, the version of you that they can't stop thinking about. You don't chase love, you attract it. You don't plead for attention, you command it through your frequency. And by the end of this video, you'll understand exactly how to activate that energy. You'll learn how to reprogram your subconscious to become magnetic to that one person. How to use vibration, not words, and to pull them closer. And how to embody a level of self-worth so powerful that they feel you, even in your silence. So stay with me until the end, because I'll also share a nighttime manifestation ritual that seals this energetic bond and amplifies their desire for you. You're not here by accident. You were guided here because your energy is ready to evolve into something magnetic, irresistible, unforgettable. So, let's begin. Let's talk about what really happens when someone becomes obsessed with you, and how you can consciously create that attraction. When someone can't stop thinking about you, it's not random. They're tuning into your energy, your frequency, your emotional signal. Every thought, every image, every vibration you send out, it travels. And when that energy is charged with confidence, love, and self-worth, it becomes magnetic. That's why when you're aligned, you'll start to notice small signs, a random text, their name popping up, songs that remind you of them, even dreams that feel real. These are energetic confirmations that your vibration is connecting to theirs. But the real secret? They can't become obsessed with you until you become obsessed with yourself. Not from ego, but from power. When you start seeing yourself as the main character, the prize, the universe, mirrors that energy. They begin to see you the same way, and that's the energy we're locking today. So before we go deeper, say this out loud, with confidence, with certainty. I am magnetic, I am unforgettable. My energy pulls them closer every single day. Good. You just activated the first shift, claiming your worth. Now, let's go deeper into the psychology behind obsession. Because once you understand why someone feels drawn to you, you'll know how to make it happen again and again, effortlessly. The psychology of obsession. Now that you've activated your magnetic energy, let's go deeper. Because before you can manifest someone to be obsessed with you, you need to understand what obsession really is. When someone is obsessed with you, they're not just thinking about you, they're energetically linked to you. Your vibration and theirs are entangled. They feel your energy, even when you're not speaking. It's like an invisible thread connecting you both. And the stronger your energy, the tighter that thread becomes. But here's the truth no one tells you. Obsession doesn't start in their mind, it starts in yours. Not by chasing them, not by begging, but by controlling the one thing that controls everything, your frequency. You see, every thought you have about this person sends out a signal. If that signal is filled with fear, doubt, or longing, the universe mirrors that same energy back to you. That's why when you chase, they pull away. When you obsess, they go cold. But when you shift your energy into certainty, when you move like you already have what you want, the signal changes. They start to feel the shift. They don't know why. But suddenly, their attention drifts back to you. You become magnetic. That's because the subconscious mind, theirs and yours, communicates through energy. They're not responding to your words. They're responding to your vibration, and energy doesn't lie. So when you start affirming your worth and aligning your emotions with love instead of lack, their subconscious picks it up. They start to crave your energy because it feels good. It feels safe. It feels magnetic. Now, think about this for a moment. Have you ever had someone pop into your head out of nowhere, and then a few hours later they message you? Or maybe you've been thinking about a person, and you start seeing their name everywhere, on your phone, on signs, in songs. That's not a coincidence. That's alignment. That's energy communicating before words ever do. Because here's the secret. When your energy is strong, you don't chase, you call. Your energy sends out a silent command. Remember me, think of me, miss me, and their subconscious obeys, and this is important, this doesn't work when you're vibrating from desperation. You can't manifest obsession from fear. Fear repels. Power attracts. That's why the first step is always coming back to your power. You have to embody the energy of the woman who is already desired, the woman who is already chosen. Because that version of you doesn't ask, why haven't they texted? She already knows they will. She already feels the certainty that her energy is unforgettable. Now let's break this down into something simple. There are 3 emotional frequencies that create obsession. Confidence, your inner knowing that you are the prize. Mystery, the energy of not giving everything away. Emotional safety, your calmness that makes them feel grounded around you. When you combine these 3, you become unforgettable. Your energy becomes addictive. Confidence makes them respect you. Mystery makes them curious about you. And emotional safety makes them fall for you. That's the holy trinity of magnetic energy. And here's the twist. You don't have to do anything to create it. You simply become it. You embody it every time you choose peace over panic, every time you hold your silence instead of chasing a reply, every time you focus on your glow up instead of their absence, because when you're in that energy, they feel it. They might not understand why, but suddenly, you're in their thoughts. You're the calm in their chaos, the warmth they can't forget, the energy they crave. Now, let's talk about what happens when your vibration truly starts working. When your energy becomes magnetic, the universe rearranges itself to bring them back into your orbit. You might see small synchronicities, a text, a random like, a friend mentioning their name, or sometimes they'll show up when you least expect it, drawn to you without even understanding why. That's not magic. That's the resonance. They're resonating with your new frequency, the frequency of certainty, confidence, and power. Because here's the truth, people are always addicted to energy. They're drawn to what feels good, and when your energy feels like home, like peace, passion, and power, they'll keep coming back. That's why emotional control is everything in manifestation. The one who stays calm, aligned, and self-assured always attracts the one who's unstable, uncertain, or lost. Your emotional stability becomes their addiction. So, when you're manifesting someone to be obsessed with you, stop trying to get them. Instead, ask yourself, who do I need to become for them to feel pulled toward me? That version of you already exists. She's not anxious, she's radiant, she's magnetic. She walks into a room and people turn to look, not because of what she wears, but because of her energy. That's the energy you're activating today, and once you do, the universe mirrors it. Your person begins to feel it, they can't explain it. But suddenly they're curious. They start replaying memories, checking your socials, wondering what you're doing. They start missing your voice, your energy, your presence. You become the mental loop they can't escape, the song they can't stop humming, the name they can't stop seeing. That's how obsession begins, not from manipulation, but from alignment. And the deeper your alignment, the stronger their attraction. Now that you understand the psychology, the why behind energetic obsession, it's time to move into the how. In the next part, we're going to unlock step 1, shifting your inner energy. This is where you start transforming from the version of yourself who hopes for attention to the version of you who commands it. So take a deep breath. You're about to learn how to become the woman who doesn't chase, because she doesn't have to. Her energy does it all. Step 1. Shift your inner energy now that you understand the psychology of obsession, how energy, emotion, and vibration intertwine. It's time to activate your inner transformation, because before anyone can be obsessed with you, you have to become obsessed with your own energy. You have to fall in love with your presence, your essence, your glow, the woman who exists when no one's watching. When you fall in love with yourself, the world and that special person can't help but do the same. Energy doesn't lie. If you say you're confident but deep down you're doubting yourself, the universe doesn't respond to your words. It responds to your vibration. So the first shift begins within. It's not about changing them, it's about remembering who you are. Because when you remember your worth, you stop chasing, and when you stop chasing, they start chasing you. Let's start by dismantling the energy that's been holding you back. You know that anxious feeling? The one that makes you overthink, overanalyze, and overreach? That's the vibration of lack, and lack always pushes love away. When you constantly ask, why aren't they texting? Do they miss me? Are they thinking about me? What you're really saying to the universe is, I don't believe I'm worth being thought of. So instead you shift the question from, why aren't they thinking of me? To, of course they are thinking of me. How could they not? Because your energy is unforgettable. Here's how you shift your energy. Step by step. Step 1. Affirm your worth daily every morning. Before you look at your phone, before you check social media, stand in front of a mirror and speak to your reflection like she's the most powerful woman you've ever met. Look into your own eyes and say, I am magnetic. I am unforgettable. My presence lingers in their mind. They can't stop thinking about me because I radiate love, peace, and confidence. Say it until your voice vibrates with truth. Say it until you feel your energy shift, because the moment you believe these words, the universe begins to move for you. Step 2. Reclaim your emotional power. You must stop letting their actions control your emotions. When you let their silence determine your worth, you hand over your power. But when you remain calm, even when they pull away, that calmness becomes magnetic. Because now, you're the one they can't read. You're the one they can't predict. And mystery makes people obsessed. Remember, energy doesn't chase. It attracts. So the next time you feel triggered or insecure, take a deep breath and whisper, I am the energy they can't escape. Then smile because it's true. When you stay emotionally balanced, you become irresistible. Step 3. Visualize your magnetic self, close your eyes, and imagine the version of you who has already manifested this. She's glowing. She's radiant. She walks into a room, and people turn to look, not because she's trying to impress anyone, but because her energy demands attention. See her posture, her smile, her calm confidence. Now imagine your specific person seeing her. What do they feel? They feel that irresistible pull, curiosity, admiration, and a deep, unexplainable desire to be close to her. They can't help it. They're drawn to her frequency. That's you. That's who you're becoming. That's the energy that makes someone obsessed. This is how manifestation truly works. You don't attract what you want, you attract what you are. If you keep affirming that you're chosen, loved, and magnetic, you start to become that energy, and they start responding to it, because your energy is your loudest statement. Think of it like perfume. You don't have to announce it, people just sense it when you walk. Well, that's how your vibration works. You don't need to reach out, post for attention, or try to convince them. Your silence, your energy, your peace, it speaks louder than any words. Step 4. Detach to attract now. This part is powerful, and it's where many people get it wrong. After you affirm, visualize, and shift your self-concept, you let go. You detach. Detachment doesn't mean you stop caring. It means you stop needing it. It's the difference between saying, I hope they want me, and saying, of course they want me. One comes from lack, the other comes from power. The woman who knows she's unforgettable doesn't worry if she's remembered, because she knows her energy lingers, so you don't chase, you don't question. You simply exist in your power, knowing that your vibration is doing all the work behind the scenes. This is the key. Your inner energy is your magnetic field. It pulls in everything that matches your vibration, including that specific person. So if you want them to be obsessed with you, start by being obsessed with your own light, your power, your essence. Because the moment you start loving yourself so fiercely that your energy expands, they feel it. They can't escape it. It pulls them closer, little by little. Until they can't ignore it anymore, they'll start to wonder, why can't I stop thinking about her? Why do I feel her energy everywhere? That's not a coincidence. That's your frequency doing exactly what it was designed to do. You are magnetic, you are unforgettable, and your energy is already at work. Now that your inner world is aligned, it's time to amplify that magnetism. Because once your energy shifts, you can project that vibration outward and make them feel your pull. No words, no texts, no chasing, just pure attraction. In the next part, we'll dive into step 2, creating the vibrational pull, the part where you learn how to connect energetically with them, how to make your presence felt even when you're not around, and how to activate the energy that makes them crave your attention. You're already radiating magnetism. Now it's time to make them feel it. Step 2. Create the vibrational pull. You've aligned your energy. You've remembered your worth. Now it's time to send that energy out, to create the vibrational pull that makes them think of you, miss you, and crave your presence without understanding why. Because this is where manifestation becomes magnetic. This is where energy turns into attraction. When your vibration is strong, it reaches far beyond your physical body. It moves through time, through space, through thought, and the one you're connected to, your specific person, feels it. They might not know what's happening, but suddenly, you'll be on their mind. They'll start to wonder why they can't stop thinking about you, why every song, every dream, every scroll reminds them of you. That's not a coincidence. That's energy doing what it does best, attracting resonance. Now, this step is about learning how to send that vibration deliberately, to make them feel your energy, lovingly, powerfully, irresistibly. And to do that, you need to master one thing: emotional transmission. Every emotion you feel sends out a frequency. When you feel love, the frequency expands. When you feel confidence, it strengthens. When you feel doubt or fear, it contracts. So to pull someone toward you, you don't think I want them. You feel they're already mine. You create the emotion of togetherness before it manifests physically. Let's practice it now. Close your eyes. Take a deep breath in. Exhale slowly. Now imagine your specific person. See them clearly in your mind. Their face, their posture, their energy. Visualize them standing somewhere peaceful. They don't see you yet, but they feel something shift. They pause. Their body reacts to a presence, your presence. Now, in your heart, imagine a soft light, warm, golden, glowing, spreading through your chest. This is your magnetic energy. This is your essence. And with each breath, that light grows stronger, radiating out in waves, moving gently toward them. You're not chasing. You're calling. You're saying with your energy, you feel me. You think of me. You crave my presence. Your energy is whispering to their subconscious. And their soul listens, because energy speaks louder than words. Now, as you keep visualizing, notice how you feel. Do you feel calm, powerful, centered? Good. That's the frequency that attracts. When your energy is confident and relaxed, they feel safe leaning into it. They start to associate your vibration with peace and desire, the perfect mix that keeps people coming back for more. And that's the secret. People don't chase chaos. They chase comfort. They chase the energy that feels good. So when your vibration becomes the most soothing, magnetic, and powerful energy they know, they won't be able to stay away. Let's go even deeper. Think about how you want them to feel when they think of you. not what you want them to do, but what you want them to feel. Do you want them to feel warm and calm? Do you want them to feel excitement and desire? Do you want them to feel like they've found something rare, something they can't replace? Whatever that emotion is, feel it first. Because when you feel it, your body emits that exact frequency, and energy travels. It finds its match, it seeks resonance. That's why you don't have to reach out. You simply become the feeling they crave. Now, let's talk about the two most powerful energies that create an unbreakable pull: gratitude and certainty. When you feel grateful for their love, even before it's physically here, the universe aligns to match that vibration. Gratitude tells the universe, it's already mine. And certainty? Certainty turns possibility into inevitability. When you walk through life knowing that your connection is real, that your energy is unforgettable, that they can't help but be drawn to you, you become unstoppable. Because certainty emits stability, and stability is the foundation of attraction. You're no longer chasing love. You're embodying it, and they feel that. They feel the shift when you stop waiting, when you stop hoping, when you start knowing. That's when they start coming closer without even realizing why. Here's something powerful to remember. You can trigger someone's obsession energetically without ever saying a word. Every time you move through your day, feeling radiant, confident, and grounded, you're sending that signal out. Every time you affirm, I am magnetic, I am unforgettable, you're strengthening that signal. And every time you feel peace about your manifestation, you're allowing the universe to deliver it effortlessly. Your vibration becomes a beacon. It calls them. It whispers their name, and their subconscious answers. They'll feel it as a sudden desire to reach out. A pull to check your social media, a wave of nostalgia or curiosity they can't explain. That's your energy, weaving its way into their thoughts, drawing them back into your orbit. But remember, this energy must come from love. Never fear, never force. True manifestation doesn't control, it invites. You don't need to manipulate or demand. You simply become the frequency of love so fully that everything else aligns. That's what makes your connection pure and powerful. That's what makes the obsession authentic. They won't know why. They're drawn to you, only that your energy feels different, that it feels right, and soon they'll want to be near you again because the energy you've created feels like home. So, practice this energy daily. Every time you think of them, smile. Not in longing, but in power. Feel your energy wrap around you like golden light. Remind yourself, they feel me, they think of me, they crave my presence. Say it with confidence, say it with certainty. And then, release it to the universe, because the universe always echoes back the energy you emit. Now you're radiating the energy that calls them. You've shifted from longing to commanding, from chasing to attracting. You've become the woman whose energy lingers long after she leaves the room. That's the art of vibrational attraction. That's how obsession begins, energetically, subtly, powerfully. In the next part, you'll learn how to align your actions with your energy, how to move, speak, and exist like the woman who's already desired, so that your manifestation can anchor fully into the physical world. Because now that your vibration is irresistible, your actions must match it, and when they do, that's when everything changes. Route 3. Align your actions with intention. You've shifted your inner world. You've sent out your energy. Now, it's time to embody that energy in your outer world, because manifestation isn't only about energy, and it's about alignment. When your thoughts, emotions, and actions speak the same language, the universe has no choice but to deliver. You're no longer just visualizing love, you're living. The woman who is desired doesn't just hope, she moves. Like she's desired, she acts like she's chosen, she speaks like her energy already commands attention, and this is where you become her. This is where your behavior starts to match your new vibration. Because when your actions align with your manifestation, you become the physical embodiment of magnetic energy. Let's start with something simple but powerful. Step 1. Move with intention. Every time you enter a space, Move like your energy fills the room before you. You don't rush, you don't fidget. You don't shrink, you glide, you move. Slowly, deliberately, gracefully, because women who are magnetic don't chase energy. They command it, so even when no one is watching, practice walking like you own the moment. Because you do, you're aligning your body with your frequency, and energy recognizes confidence. Step 2, speak from power. Not from need. When you talk about your life, your desires, or even your person, speak as if everything is already working in your favor. You never say, I hope he comes back. You say, he's always drawn back to me. You never say, I'm waiting for him to text. You say, he always finds his way to me. Because words are commands. Every sentence is a spell you cast into the universe, and the universe listens carefully. So, speak like the version of you who already has what she wants. Speak like the woman who knows she's unforgettable. Step 3, live from the energy of already mine. Now, this is where most people fail in manifestation. They act from lack instead of power. They sit waiting, checking their phone, scrolling their messages, wondering why nothing's happening, but waiting is wanting. And wanting keeps you in the vibration of not having. So instead, you live as though it's already yours. Ask yourself, if he was already obsessed with me, how would I feel right now? What would I be doing? Would I be anxious or would I be glowing? You'd be glowing. You'd be calm, confident, magnetic. You'd be enjoying your day, knowing your energy is working in the background. So live that way now. Dress the way you would if you already had his attention. Smile the way you would if you already felt adored. Carry yourself like the woman who's already chosen, because energy responds to embodiment. Step 4, master the art of detachment through distraction. When your energy starts to rise, the universe often tests your patience. You'll want to check your phone. You'll wonder, is it working? That's when you must ground yourself in your own life. You create detachment not by ignoring the manifestation, but by filling your world so beautifully that you don't need the result to feel whole. Take yourself on dates. Do the things that light your fire. Build a life that's so radiant, so magnetic that your person feels the shift, because nothing attracts like a woman who's busy loving her own existence. And when you reach that frequency, the one where you're not waiting, that's when the universe delivers, because now your vibration says, I already have everything I need. And love always flows to those who are full, not empty. Step 5, embody your feminine power. Your feminine energy is your secret weapon. It's soft, but powerful, gentle but commanding, warm, but unforgettable. When you live in your feminine energy, you stop forcing outcomes. You allow things to flow toward you. You lean into ease. So instead of trying to get someone's attention, you radiate, you glow, you receive, because true feminine power doesn't chase, it attracts effortlessly. So each day, take a few minutes to tune into your body. Breathe deeply, stretch slowly, move with intention. Remind yourself, I am divine. I am magnetic. I am irresistible. The more you feel it, the more your body vibrates with that energy. And soon, your person begins to feel it too, without a word, without a message, just pure connection. When your energy and your actions align, the world bends to meet you. You stop wondering when things will happen. You simply know they are. And your specific person, the one whose attention you desire, begins to sense your transformation. They notice the calm confidence in your silence. They feel the absence of need, and it draws them closer, because now you've become a mystery. Confidence and peace all at once. You've become the energy they can't stop thinking about. That's alignment. That's an attraction. That's the magnetic embodiment. So let's recap your new reality. You don't chase, you attract. You don't wait. You know, you don't doubt, you decide. And every choice you make, every word, every action is now aligned with the vibration of the woman who's already loved, desired, and chosen. Because she's not becoming that woman, she is that woman, and you are her. Now that your energy and actions are aligned, it's time to deepen your connection to the universe, to seal this manifestation with intention. In the next part, we'll go through a manifestation ritual, a powerful nighttime practice that connects your subconscious with theirs, anchors your vibration, and sends your energy directly into their awareness. This is where everything you've learned comes together, and where your manifestation begins to take physical form. So breathe deeply. You're about to activate the most powerful part of this process, the ritual that makes them feel you even in their dreams. Manifestation ritual, the night practice now that your actions and energy are in perfect alignment. It's time to anchor it all, to send that vibration straight into the universe and into the heart of the person you're manifesting. This is your night ritual, your sacred moment to connect, to transmit your energy, and to seal your intention. You can do this every night before you sleep, because the moments before you drift into dream are when your subconscious is most open, when your energy becomes boundless, and when the person you're manifesting becomes most receptive to your vibration. So let's begin. Lie down comfortably. Let your body melt into the bed. Take a slow, deep breath in. Hold it for a moment, and exhale again. Inhale deeply through your nose, hold, and release. Feel your chest rise and fall. Feel your body soften. Every breath relaxes you more. Your shoulders sink, your jaw unclenches, your heart opens. You are safe, you are powerful, you are magnetic. Now, imagine a soft golden light glowing in your heart. It's warm, bright, and beautiful. This is your essence, your magnetic field, your divine energy. With every breath, that light grows stronger, radiating through your chest, down your arms, through your fingertips. It fills your body completely. It hums with confidence, it pulses with love, it whispers, I am radiant, I am unforgettable, I am magnetic. Now let that light expand beyond your body, a glowing aura surrounding you. It's gentle but powerful, soft but unshakable. You can feel the air shift around you. You can sense your power filling the room. Now, bring your specific person to mind. Picture them clearly, their eyes, their smile, their energy. See them standing a few feet in front of you. They're calm, relaxed, unaware that you're watching, and then they feel it, your presence. Their body shifts slightly, their breath deepens. Something inside them stirs. They don't know why, but their heart begins to beat faster. They can feel your energy reaching them. Now, visualize your golden light extending from your heart to theirs. A soft, luminous thread connecting you both. Not in control, not in force, just love. Pure, calm, magnetic love. As the light flows between you, repeat silently in your mind. You feel me. You think of me. You crave my presence. You are drawn to my energy. Feel those words vibrate through the connection, not from need, but from power. Not from fear, but from certainty. Because this connection is already real, you're simply awakening it. Now, shift your focus to emotion. How do you want them to feel when they think of you? Loved, peaceful, captivated, intrigued? Whatever it is, create that emotion inside yourself first. If you want them to feel warmth right now. If you want them to feel safety within your own heart. If you want them to feel passion, breathe that fire into your energy, because emotion is your language of manifestation. And as you feel it, they receive it. So fill your aura with that emotion. Let it overflow through the golden thread that connects you. Now, see their expression soften, a small smile forming. As their body relaxes, they can feel you. They can sense your love, your peace, your magnetic calm. They don't understand it logically, but their soul remembers. You're imprinted on their vibration, you're echoing their energy. And that's how obsession begins, not from force, but from energetic remembrance. Now whisper softly, either out loud or in your mind. You are drawn to me. My energy feels like home to you. You think of me more each day. You crave my energy and my presence. You cannot forget me, because I am unforgettable. Pause. Feel each word sink into your energy. You are not hoping, you are commanding. You are not chasing, you are calling, and your call is irresistible. Now, visualize yourself stepping closer to them, not to speak, just to exist. Your presence is magnetic. Your aura surrounds them. They feel safe. Enchanted, drawn in, you raise your hand, and your light touches their heart. Now repeat silently, "We are connected in peace and love. You cannot resist thinking about me. My energy is unforgettable." Take a deep breath, and as you exhale, release the connection. Not to break it, but to let it flow. You've sent your energy, you've imprinted your vibration. Now, the universe will take care of the rest. As you lie there, repeat softly, "I am magnetic, I am radiant, I am unforgettable. My energy speaks for me." Even in silence, let those affirmations melt into your subconscious. Let them become your truth. You are the energy they crave. You are the calm they seek. You are the love they can't forget. And as you drift into sleep, your subconscious will keep sending that vibration, softly, gently, powerfully, to the one you desire. They'll feel it, they'll dream of you, they'll wake up thinking of you. That's how energy works. It doesn't stop when you rest, it expands. Now as this ritual closes, whisper one final affirmation. It is done. Because it is. You've sent your energy into the universe. You've claimed your power. You've become the woman whose energy speaks louder than words. Now relax, knowing it's already working. The pull has been created. The connection is alive. All you have to do is trust it. You've just performed one of the most powerful manifestation rituals there is. A ritual of energetic alignment and transmission. You've planted the seed of obsession, not through force or control, but through magnetic certainty. Now, let the universe do its part. Wake up tomorrow as the woman who already has everything she wants. Move like her. Speak like her. I feel like her. Because you are her. And your energy is unforgettable. Signs it's working now that you've performed your night ritual. You've released the energy and the vibration is out there, reaching, aligning, connecting. You might be wondering, how will I know if it's working? The truth is, you'll feel it before you see it. Because energy always moves through vibration first, before it becomes visible in the physical world. So let's talk about the signs, the subtle shifts, the undeniable signals that show your manifestation is already in motion. Sign number 1. You start to sense their energy around you. It might be in small moments. You'll feel a sudden warmth, a flutter in your heart, or a wave of calm that doesn't make logical sense. You'll catch yourself smiling out of nowhere. And deep down, you'll know they're thinking of you. You might even feel your chest tingle, like a magnetic pull coming from somewhere unseen. That's your connection. Their subconscious is tuning into yours. Remember, energy doesn't need distance. It doesn't need permission, and it doesn't lie. When they think of you, you feel it. And the more relaxed and confident you are in that knowing, the stronger the connection becomes. Sign number 2. Synchronicities begin to appear. You'll start seeing their name everywhere, on screens, in songs, on random signs. You'll hear their favorite number, their birth date, or initials appearing in patterns. That's the universe winking at you. Confirmation. It's not coincidence. It's alignment. The energy you sent out has entered the frequency of reality. And now the universe mirrors it back to you through little signals and patterns. When you see those signs, don't chase them. Smile and say, "Thank you. I know it's working." Gratitude amplifies the attraction. It shows trust, and trust speeds up the process. Sign number 3. You begin showing up in their energy. Maybe they view your story after weeks of silence. Maybe they accidentally like an old photo. Maybe a mutual friend mentions your name out of nowhere. These are all signs that your vibration is becoming unavoidable to them. You're living rent-free in their subconscious, and even if they try to ignore it, they'll feel the pull stronger every time. Because when energy is pure and confident, it can't be blocked. It's felt. They'll think about you when they wake up. They'll hear songs that remind them of you. They'll wonder, "Why can't I stop thinking about her?" That's your frequency doing the work. Sign number 4. You start feeling emotionally lighter. One of the clearest signs your manifestation is working is when you stop needing it to. Suddenly, you feel peaceful. You stop checking your phone. You stop overthinking what they're doing because something inside you knows it's already yours. That inner calm is the highest vibrational state of attraction. When you reach it, you move from wanting to having. And that's when the universe says, she's ready. So if you've been feeling calm, free, and confident, even before they show up, that's not indifference, that's alignment. It means your manifestation is locked in. Sign number 5, they begin mirroring your energy. When your vibration reaches them, you'll start noticing small reflections. You'll feel happier, and suddenly, they post something joyful. You'll let go, and they text. You'll love yourself more, and they begin to notice your glow, because energetically, you've become the leader in the connection. You've shifted from chaser to attractor, and your person feels that difference instantly. They might not understand why they're drawn to you again, but energetically they can't resist it. Your vibration has become their safe place, their intrigue, their obsession. Now let me tell you something powerful. Sometimes the signs come in waves, strong one week, quiet the next. Don't panic when it gets quiet. The universe works in silence. Just because you can't see movement doesn't mean it isn't happening. Energy rearranges things behind the scenes before it delivers them to your door. So, if things seem still, smile and whisper. The energy is building, because in that stillness, your manifestation is aligning perfectly. Sign number 6, you begin attracting others. 2, this is a beautiful bonus sign. When your energy becomes magnetic, it doesn't just pull one person, it attracts everyone. You might notice people staring at you, smiling more, wanting to be near you. That's confirmation that your aura is expanding. You're radiating confidence, self-love, and irresistible energy. It's like the world has suddenly noticed the power you've always had inside. This happens because your vibration doesn't discriminate. When you become magnetic, everything around you responds, especially the one you want most. Sign number 7, you dream of them. Dreams are one of the most potent signs that your subconscious and theirs are connecting. You might find yourself dreaming of holding them, talking with them, or seeing them in strange, symbolic places. These are not random dreams. They're meetings, energetic interactions happening in the astral plane. And when you wake up, you might feel a strong wave of emotion, joy, longing, peace, even tears. That's energy. Release, that's the connection, that's progress, so don't brush those dreams away. Acknowledge them as signs that your manifestation has crossed from thought into vibration. Now, as you start seeing these signs, remember this. Your only job is to stay in your energy. Stay magnetic. Stay aligned. Don't chase. Don't doubt. Don't lower your vibration by questioning timing. Because every time you choose calm over chaos, you send a signal to the universe. I already have what I want. And that belief is irresistible. It's the frequency of completion, the very energy that makes your person feel the need to reach out, to return, to connect. So when you see their name, when you sense their energy, when you feel that spark in your chest, don't second guess it. Smile and whisper, yes, I feel it working. Because the universe loves certainty. It responds to confidence, it amplifies trust. And every time you affirm your knowing, the connection strengthens. They think of you more, they feel you deeper, they crave your presence stronger. These are your signs, they are your confirmations, and they are proof that your energy is no longer just an idea, it's a living vibration. Moving through space, finding its way home to the one you desire. Trust it. I love it. Own it, because the more you trust your magnetism, the more the universe bends to it. You're not chasing a person, you're commanding energy. And that's the most magnetic thing a woman can do. Empowerment and call to action. Take a deep breath. You've done the work. You've aligned your vibration. You've entered the energy of the woman who attracts, not chases. Now it's time to own it, because the truth is you've never needed to become magnetic. You've always been magnetic. The universe didn't suddenly give you power tonight. It simply reminded you of what you've always carried, that radiant confidence, that quiet certainty, that deep knowing that you are the one. That's who you've been all along. And now, you finally feel it. You no longer wonder if they'll call. You no longer chase validation, because you know. When you move like a woman who is chosen, the world rearranges itself to match your energy. You don't force connections. You attract alignment. You don't beg for love. You radiate it. And love, real love, cannot resist that frequency. So from this moment forward, I want you to carry this mantra deep in your heart. I am the magnet. I am the energy. I am the one they cannot forget. Say it softly. Say it until it feels true. Say it until it is true. Because your energy doesn't lie. And the more you embody this truth, the stronger your pull becomes. The one you're manifesting will feel it. That calm power, that quiet certainty, that glow that says, she knows who she is. They won't understand why they can't stop thinking about you. They'll just feel it. That gravity, that longing, that obsession, because your energy has become unforgettable. Now let's talk about what happens next. When you wake up tomorrow, you'll move differently. You'll speak differently. You'll feel different. You'll walk into every space as the main character. Not because you're pretending, but because you remembered. And as you move like her, as you live in her energy, and everything and everyone begins to respond, your person starts feeling drawn toward you, pulled by a quiet magnetism they can't ignore. It might start small, a message, a look, a thought that won't leave them, but it will grow stronger, because obsession always grows in the presence of confidence and peace. And as that energy moves, never forget this truth. You are not waiting for them. You are becoming the vibration they can't resist, because manifestation isn't about controlling someone's mind, it's about controlling your own frequency. And when your frequency says, I am in love, I desire, I am unforgettable, the universe answers, yes, you are. That's when everything begins to shift, without effort, without force, without fear. So tonight, as you close your eyes and drift into sleep, let go of all doubt. You don't need to ask, is it working? You already know it is. You don't need to chase signs, you are the sign. You don't need to beg the universe, you are the universe. You are divine, magnetic energy in motion, and your power is infinite. So here's what you do. Now you live your life like it's already done. You wake up radiant, you smile for no reason, you fall in love with your own reflection, because that's what magnetism looks like. It's joy without proof, confidence without confirmation, and that joy, that peace, that self-love, it's what makes your person crave you, miss you, need to be near you. You've become their energetic home, and everyone longs to return home. Now, say this one last time, slowly, like a declaration to the universe. I am magnetic, I am unforgettable. My energy pulls them closer every day. They cannot resist me. I am the vibration of love itself. Feel the words vibrate through your chest. Feel your heartbeat. Sync with your power. You're not asking anymore. You are commanding, because the woman who knows her worth doesn't chase energy. She becomes it. Now, when this video ends, I want you to do one small thing. Smile, because that smile is your signal to the universe. That smile says, it's done. And from this moment on, you'll begin to notice it. The looks, the messages, the synchronicities. Your person will feel it too, because your energy has become undeniable. You're no longer manifesting someone to be obsessed with you. You've become the energy that creates obsession. You've awakened the part of you that radiates power, confidence, and grace. And from this moment on, you'll never have to chase again. You'll never have to wonder again, because you'll know you are magnetic, you are powerful, you are unforgettable, and everything you desire is already yours. It is done. If you found this helpful, please like this video and subscribe to the channel for more content on building healthy relationships, improving your self-esteem, and mastering your mental health. Thanks for watching. Remember, your journey back to you starts with a single step. Take it.